Hi, we need to talk about the main channel and a bunch of different miscellaneous things. The first thing is that, yes, I am making a video about the election. Obviously, I'm kind of disappointed with how everything's going, and it will be mainly about Amtrak, but of course, a bunch of mainly rail and transit projects and how things are going to be affected. That will be going on the main channel, hopefully by the end of this week. Speaking of the main channel, I think this video will be the start of changing things up. If you've noticed this camera setup's a little different. It's using my nicer Fujifilm and then connected basically into the streaming setup that we usually use for the streams. So not only can I use this for the streams, but I think what I'm going to try to do, and I think what is needed, is try to get more videos out consistently and quickly on the main channel, specifically about like topics that are happening at the moment. I think there's a really big demand to talk about stuff like that, and I think that No Real Urbanist channel really does that, and it's something that I think needs to probably be a little hole that's filled. And with that, I need to talk about how the branding on the main channel will probably change. So currently, obviously, everything on the main channel is the Armchair Urbanist, with the exception of a few like specialized videos here and there. What I think is going to happen is that I'm going to drop the Armchair Urbanist logo and branding from these like quicker videos where I talk like this to the camera. If you watch anyone else on YouTube, bigger channels like Scott Manley, think of that style of video, but for urbanism, essentially, or transit, rail, and urbanism kind of second. So I think that's what we're going to try to do. And with the branding, like I said, the Armchair Urbanist stuff will stay, but the thing is that it will only remain for the larger projects. So the one that I actually script and spend time on and go out and shoot, those will still be Armchair Urbanist. And I think that's a good way to be distinct with these quicker videos that are about daily topics, and then the larger ones that are very more grandiose editing. And I think this serves two things. One is that tons of people have always asked me hey, you need to catch up or talk about like this topic or this topic. And it's very like something that's in the news or whatever. And yeah, I agree. I think that like a lot of times people just want someone to voice their opinion on the internet and then be able to share it. Totally agree with that. But on the other hand, a lot of people love the editing, love the memes, love the jokes, love the way that the Armchair Urbanist more heavily edited videos are constructed. And I agree. The problem is that you can't really do two of those things. I can produce stuff really quickly, but the problem is it will never have the polish that a lot of the better Armchair Urbanist episodes have, like the elevated or median metro highway median metro video or something like that, or the parkway video. It's like those take a while to shoot, to basically storyboard, to formulate in my head how to shoot those and put them together. But these quicker ones that we just need to talk about something, I can just sit down like this and we can talk about things like this. And hopefully that works well. Also have to remember to keep looking up to the camera because it's all the way up there. Also, some other things. My community and the people that help me with everything are great. And I want to always thank everyone that helps out and that helps me and interacts with me online. One of the big places to interact with me is on Discord. My Discord is going to continue to be a very like welcoming place to everyone. So that means everyone that falls under the blanket of queerness that might exist out there. The internet is a very shitty place at the moment, I think, with the Trump administration getting back in, because for some reason every asshole feels like they can be insulting. And there's a big threat to some people in certain minority groups out there. So I like my communities to stay nice and to stay respectful of each other. With that, my Discord and everything like that will always be a place, unless I'm dead, of where people can coexist and not have to deal with any of that bullshit. Speaking of bullshit, Twitter obviously sucks nowadays. And I still use it a bit, mainly to just kind of peruse and browse different competing sort of thought bubbles that aren't usually the circles that I exist in. But for the most part, I think it's so toxic and so it's just full of bots and full of just the blue checks are idiots. So I think I'm slowly moving over to Bluesky. I'm going to start posting there more and more. So if you use Twitter a lot or follow me on Twitter a lot, I might start slowly posting less there and posting more on Bluesky. But also, if you just want to stay in contact or stay in the loop with things that are happening, because I do want to plan more live events, and also I'm going to travel soon and plan more in-person meetup stuff. That's always through the Discord. That is the easiest way to plan things. It's the easiest way to make announcements, and it's the easiest way to sort of form a community opinion about things. So yeah, if you guys have any thoughts or opinions about how the main channel should go ahead or continue, let me know. Otherwise, I think stuff like this or where it's generally pointed at me and then I'm cutting to obviously clips or news articles, etc., about whatever I'm talking about is going to be the way to go. I think it's more personable, and I think it's also a way to be able to create videos faster. But I still want to like keep the humor there a lot of times. And obviously my personality hopefully stays driving a lot of the engagement. Because I like being a showman and I like being fun. And like, I think a lot of these topics that we talk about, urban planning and trains, and even though we like them, to the average person, they're kind of boring. And so somehow we need to make them interesting. Yeah. So with that, if you're not in the Discord or following me on Bluesky and want to still stay in contact, that's how to do it. Otherwise, yeah, hopefully the way that the channel will go, or the main channel will go on from now, is going to work. I gotta hope so. Otherwise, my workflow needed to change. It's pretty obvious that like there's been a couple things in my life that have been what's the best way to put it? Disruptive with everything. And I think doing shorter videos that are able to complete within a day or day and a half are the way to go. But we'll see. Either way, thank you for always being around. Thank you for always being here on the second channel. And I will hopefully talk to you guys soon on the main channel. See ya.